Hey everyone, Anthony here, AFT Dog Training. I'm going to go over some ways that we train puppies. There's 1,000 ways to train puppies. This is the way that we like to incorporate through our professional dog training skills, plus ways that my father had taught me growing up. My dad was a big-time animal guy, not just dogs. He had monkeys, lizards, reptiles, you name it. Cats, ducks, crows. He was a big animal guy. He was a guy that caught a groundhog with his bare hands. He was like the Steve Irwin of Piscataway, New Jersey. So I'm going to go over some techniques here on how we train puppies. So if you've been watching the series, I've been doing a lot of stuff off leash with Georgia here in my house. So I was naming the come command, right? Because I don't know if whoever adopts her, if they're going to keep her name as Georgia. So I wasn't really saying Georgia come, I was just saying come. The other thing is, after she eats or drinks, I would take her to go potty. So I would say outside, then once we got outside, I would say potty. Then I would reward her. And then for me to come back to our den or our house, I would say house, and the dogs all come back to my house, right? If I would ask for a come command in that instance, that means when I ask for a come command, the dogs all come and then come to me in automatic sit. I'm not asking for that. I'm lucky enough to have a fenced-in backyard at my house. So when I say house, that means retrieve back into our den or our home, right? So this time I have a leash on the dog. And you see, I'm hardly holding any pressure on the leash. This could be key and vital for any dogs that are in shelter or rescues that are fostering puppies. Instead of flooding them with love, not just do that, have structure. I've hardly flooded this puppy with love, and this here puppy is attached to me because she's looking for that leadership. They're like that with that quote, dogs like to obey, it gives them a sense of security. So if you see some of the videos that I posted so far on YouTube with this dog here is more advanced at 10 weeks old than Zach George's dog at 6 or 7 months old. And that's because all Zach George's do is holding this treat in front of the dog and praying to God that the dog does something. That's not dog training. That is not dog training. I'm going to show you dog training. I'm going to catch her off guard. Come. Good girl. Come. Treat. Break. Come. Girl. Break. She didn't see that. Break. This is why in our videos on the YouTube channel, my puppies are doing a come command from 3 acres away right to me. In Zach George's videos, there are many other positive only dog training videos. Their dogs are not doing this. Right? Because what they're not telling you is, if there's leash pressure on the dog, it's either negative reinforcement or positive punishment. They're lying to you by saying that it's positive only. So there's leash pressure right there. She came to me. That was negative reinforcement. Right? Leash pressure. Come. Good girl. Good come. So negative reinforcement, reward. That's science. This is what they don't want to talk about with you. Break. Break. So if the leash pressure is on, that's negative reinforcement. The pressure stays on until the action is completed and then rewarded. If she decided to go in one direction, and I just stood here holding the leash, and she corrected herself, like right there, positive punishment. That's the same thing as doing that. That's science. That's the whole point of learning theory. But they don't talk about that. So again, I'm going to stop talking as much and just showing you how to do this come command. And I'm going to try to incorporate a sit. All right. Come. Good, come. So on the sit, I'm going to bring the treat over her head. Sit. Good sit. Okay. Good sit. Break. Break. You kind of want to catch them off guard so they're not following you and getting into this routine of just coming to you. Come. I'm going to get her to do a sit. Boom, right there. Good girl. Good sit. Break. You can see at 10 weeks old how much more advanced this dog is than Zach George's. It's amazing. It really is. It's truly amazing how much more advanced in this session. Come. Good, come. Good girl. Sit. Because we can start the automatic sit on that come at this age as well. Sit. Sit. She's eating the treats on the ground today. She's young, she's learning. Sit. Sit. Good sit. Break. Every owner that has a puppy come into their household, the training begins immediately. If you're a rescue or a foster for a shelter or a rescue volunteer and you have puppies in your care, you should be doing this. This is not something that you just have the dog roaming around and it's a free-for-all. That's where dogs run into issues. These months and weeks are crucial for a puppy. All right? Break. Come. Now when the dog is eating, I have my hand in the food with her. All right? I'm not messing around with it. I'm just holding the bowl with my hand there. I even put it down with my hand there so she can eat. This is crucial. A lot of people that we deal with miss these moments, and the dog is growling at them over the food that the person worked their butt off for to feed their own dog, and their own dog is growling at them because they're feeding their own dog. We've had clients that have gone through positive only dog training where they're missing their finger or feeding their own dog. If she were to growl at me at this moment, I would give her a little firm tap on her butt and remove the food and say no. I'm not doing a trade-off technique like Victoria Stillwell just did, and she got mauled and sent to the hospital from a dog. You can watch that video when she tried doing that. The other thing that you should do is also hand feed your dog. Open palm. Good. Good. Next thing is, your dog and puppy just ate. This is crucial to get into this routine. You are, and I'm bringing you with me to take the puppy outside to go potty. Let's go outside. Coming in, coming out. Here we go. Let's go. So now, at this point, I'm going to have the dog go potty. Let's go. Go potty. Oh, nice. Yeah. Right. Yeah, we haven't got into that. Go potty. Yeah, eventually we're going to bring it into it. So once we have her go to the potty, let it be defecating or urinating, I'm going to reward her with a treat. So, go potty. All right. So let's see how she does here. Good. Go potty. She came over to me. I'll give her a reward. No, doesn't want it. So the big difference here, compared to like one of the worst dog trainers I've ever seen, like Zach George, is I'm not sitting here dangling a treat in front of the dog's face the entire time for looking at the sky. Literally watch his videos. It's horrendous advice. And the fact that he has that many followers is sickening that people actually listen to that. So I'm looking for her to go to the restroom. Well, we would say restroom. Waiting for her to go potty. Now, if she goes potty, I may or may not use the treat. I might just use praise and a pet. All right? The way you can tell that she has to go to the bathroom, her back end or her butt is starting to pucker up a little bit. Sorry to be a little gross about it, but that's what's going on. You'll start seeing her rear end pucker up a little bit. Good girl, go potty. Good girl. Good girl. Go potty. Good girl. She doesn't want the treat, I'm not giving it to her. Not going to force the treat to the dog like Zach does. Zach George will sit there and hold it and force it into her. She don't want it, good. I'll just praise her for it. But you get the point here. When she does go potty, I don't want to have a whole video of us waiting for her to go potty for you to see me say good girl to her. So if you have any questions, this is where I would begin the puppy trainings with the feeding and everything. Do not leave food out for the dog all day. That's the worst thing you can do. Be involved with the feeding. Be involved with the water intake. You know, and then watch what's going on with the leash. You know, a lot of trainers say have the leash tied to you the entire time in the house. So wherever you are, she's at. That's true and good advice as well. But remember, you're causing choking to go on if it's on a buckle collar the entire time. Like that. you know. So I would actually go with a small Joel Silverman collar or a martingale if I were to do that. But right now I've been focusing on a lot of stuff off leash, just my style. So when people ask me how are my dogs off leash with me at all times and I can call them back, this is the way I do things. There's other ways to do it. Congratulations, do it that way. This is the way I do it. So even the buckle collar is making her itch. You'll see that happen with dogs that we train on remote collar. And they'll say, oh, the remote collar is irritating, or there's that. The buckle collar is doing the same thing. So even here, come, good, come, good girl. Come. He's full, great. I'll still release it. All right, I'm going to end this video. Any questions, let me know. This is going to be a puppy series that we're going to be working on. There's a lot more fun stuff, but this is the boring stuff that you have to go through with owning a puppy. This is going to be game-changing stuff. All right, so take care, everyone.